Azruddin Mohamed's story with cars is not about showing off, it is about presence. In Guyana, cars don't just move people, they signal power, reach, and intention. And long before Azruddin Mohamed ever stepped into public debate, his vehicles were already doing the talking for him. This is not a fantasy garage. These are real cars, seen, photographed, discussed, challenged. And when you line them up, from the most practical to the most extreme, you begin to understand how his car collection mirrors his journey, from control to confidence to confrontation. Let's start at the bottom. At number 8 are his Ford double-cab pickups, the infrastructure layer. At the very base of Azruddin Mohamed's vehicle lineup are multiple Ford double-cab pickup trucks. These are not luxury purchases. They are not status pieces. They are tools. In Guyana, double cabs are the backbone of movement. They carry people, equipment, security, and logistics across terrain that sedans and supercars cannot survive. When seen repeatedly in convoy with higher value vehicles, they reveal something important. For Azruddin, these trucks represent structure. They support movement. They enable coordination. They operate quietly, without drawing attention. They are the vehicles that move before the cameras arrive and remain after the spotlight leaves. This is not where admiration begins. This is where operations begin. At number 7 is his Toyota Land Cruiser, the foundation vehicle. At the lowest end of Azruddin Mohamed's collection by value sits the Toyota Land Cruiser, but don't mistake that for insignificance. This is the vehicle of terrain, endurance, and reliability. In a country where infrastructure shifts from highways to interior roads without warning, the Land Cruiser is not a luxury choice. It is a strategic one. For Azruddin, this vehicle represents access. It moves where others can't. It survives where others fail. It gets business done away from cameras and city limits. While it lacks the drama of his supercars, the Land Cruiser speaks to the businessman behind the headlines, the side of him that values function, control, and certainty over attention. This is where the collection begins. Grounded, capable, unbreakable. At number 6 is his Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, visible authority. Stepping up in presence and symbolism is the Mercedes-Benz G-Class, commonly known as the G-Wagon. This is not a subtle vehicle. Its shape alone commands attention. Originally built for military use, the G-Wagon has evolved into one of the world's most recognizable symbols of authority and wealth. It dominates traffic not through speed, but through posture. For Azruddin Mohamed, the G-Wagon represents confidence made visible. It does not blend in. It does not soften its edges. It announces arrival without explanation. Where the Land Cruiser handles access and terrain, the G-Wagon handles perception. It tells the world that control is no longer hidden. 5. Mercedes-Benz S-Class, quiet authority. Climbing higher in value and symbolism, we reach the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. This is the executive benchmark. The car that world leaders, CEOs, and power brokers rely on when discretion matters more than display. In Azruddin Mohamed's collection, the S-Class represents respectability and legitimacy. It is the vehicle that blends in while still standing above. It communicates success without controversy. It moves comfortably in both business and diplomatic environments. Where the Land Cruiser handles terrain and the Range Rover handles security, the S-Class handles perception. It signals that Azruddin is not just wealthy, but established. 4. Nissan GT-R, precision and defiance. Now the tone shifts. The Nissan GT-R marks the moment Azruddin Mohamed's collection begins to embrace performance without apology. Known globally as Godzilla, the GT-R is engineered to challenge cars far more expensive than itself. It is fast, aggressive, and brutally efficient, built to win, not to impress. For Azruddin, the GT-R represents calculated confidence. It is not about luxury. It is not about comfort. It is about capability. This car reflects a mindset that values dominance through engineering, rather than image. It is performance chosen deliberately, not emotionally. With the GT-R, the collection starts to send a message. Speed is no longer theoretical. 3. Ferrari488. Performance enters the picture. Now everything changes. The Ferrari488 marks the moment Azruddin Mohamed's car collection stops being purely functional and begins to enter the realm of statement. This is a car built for speed, balance, and engineering precision. It is loud in reputation, even when standing still, and its presence immediately reframes how the public views its owner. For Azruddin, the Ferrari represents arrival. It says, "I am no longer just moving through systems. I can afford excess." The Ferrari is not about comfort or terrain. It is about capability at the highest level. It reflects confidence, ambition, and the willingness to step into spaces where scrutiny is inevitable. This car pushed his collection into national awareness and helped set the stage for everything that followed. 2. Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Wealth made immovable. Second only to one, the Rolls-Royce Cullinan stands as the most imposing luxury vehicle in Azruddin Mohamed's collection. This is not a car. It is a mobile fortress of status, built to dominate the road while isolating its occupants from the outside world. The Cullinan represents wealth that no longer needs to explain itself. For Azruddin, this vehicle symbolizes consolidation. It is the point where success becomes undeniable, where luxury becomes unquestionable, where presence alone reshapes the environment. When the Cullinan entered public discussion and was later clamped, it became one of the most powerful images of the entire controversy. Not because of speed, but because of what it represents, the collision between elite wealth and state authority. And finally, at number 1, is his Lamborghini Aventador Roadster SVJ, the apex machine. At the top of Azruddin Mohamed's car collection sits the machine that changed everything, the Lamborghini Aventador Roadster SVJ. This is not just the most valuable car in his garage, it is the most symbolic. Built in limited numbers, engineered for extreme performance, and recognized globally as a supercar reserved for the elite, the Aventador SVJ is the definition of automotive excess. For Azruddin, this car represents defiance. It does not blend in. It does not apologize. It does not ask permission. The Aventador is the vehicle that forced a national conversation about wealth, taxation, visibility, and power. When it was clamped, it became more than a car. It became a moment in Guyanese history. This is the car that took Azruddin Mohamed from wealthy businessman to public figure overnight. In many countries, supercars are background noise. In Guyana, they become symbols. Azruddin Mohamed's car collection is not about speed alone. It is about what happens when wealth becomes visible in a society still defining its limits. From dependable machines to world-class exotics, each vehicle plays a role in a story that continues to unfold. And whether admired or criticized, one thing is certain. These cars did more than turn heads. They changed how an entire country talks about money, power, and accountability. This is their profiles. Subscribe for more stories where wealth meets reality.